Hello friends, welcome to UK Dreamers. I'm Dr. Aman and today we'll be talking about PLAB in your 30s. So we'll be discussing how was the journey and is it possible, is it doable, and to enlighten you further, I've got a very good friend of mine, Dr. Sanyam Mittal. So Sam hails from India. He was my college senior back in Ukraine. So without further ado, Dr. Sanyam Mittal.
Hi guys. Hi.
So
Hi,
welcome,
man.
boss. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
So
you.
guys, before we go ahead, I'd like to tell you something about Sam. So Sam used to be my college senior back in Ukraine, and he started working back in India then, and then he decided to come to the UK basically. So he is mostly our age group, mid 30s.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the challenges, the pros and cons, and how do you guys get motivated that age is not a number to come to the UK. That's what this session is all about. All right, Sam, so what made you come? How was the journey like? How did you start? When did you basically start?
Well, I started my PLAB journey back in July 2019.
Okay.
So I took my IELTS in July 2019 and I couldn't get the desired bands just in one aspect of the exam, which was writing, which generally is the
We all
case.
of I did the same, so yes.
Right. So I re-attempted for IELTS in October 2019. And then got the desired bands, and as soon as I could, I booked PLAB 1. So as we know, March 2020,
The
COVID
world came to
in.
an halt. Yes.
So I was booked for my PLAB 1 for June 2020,
Okay.
and then it got cancelled because of the obvious reasons. Then I had to rebook, and I took my PLAB 1 in October 2020 and passed it in first attempt.
Okay, so you passed that in first attempt. What's the guru mantra for the guys who are thinking PLAB's hard?
So the guru mantra, there's no guru mantra as such. It's just that be consistent with your preparations and stick to a few resources which I'm not going to kind of
There are
endorse any
many
of the
gurus over the internet who are teaching
exactly.
that. So
So
yes.
I will not endorse any of the resources here. So there's plenty of information available on the internet. So just stick to a few resources and make sure that you read every word of them, and revision is the key, right? So coming back to the main question, right?
So okay, PLAB 1 done, which is excellent news for everyone. So as I said, age is not a number for any of the PLABs,
Absolutely
any of
not.
the IELTS. So guys, okay boss, so PLAB 2, how hard was it?
It was very hard. Let me be very honest with you. It was hard. Of course, in terms of preparation and the quality of the exam, but in emotional terms as well, because I took my PLAB 2 in July 21. My daughter was born in the end of April 21. So she was practically like 1.5, 2 months old when I left the country, came here for my PLAB 2. So on the emotional front as well, it was very, very, very difficult. But so at the end of the day, if the result is good, so you don't think about those things, and you hope that you don't have to see those days again in your life. So
So if you're getting paid well in pounds, it's all worth it in the end.
absolutely right.
All right, so PLAB 2, guidance or like your take home points for the guys who planning, because it takes a lot of plan, I think, for PLAB 2. You have to get your visas, you have to come here, get some coaching done, and then you get to the exam. So
Absolutely.
what would you give the take home message for PLAB 2 preparation per se?
So for PLAB 2 preparation, I'll tell you for an example. So PLAB 2, if you take it as an exam, right? So things tend to get very difficult for you. PLAB 2 is basically your another day in your hospital seeing 16 different patients, right? So if you take it like that, then things comparatively become easier for you. And as far as my journey is concerned, so I started preparing for my PLAB 2 somewhere around January 21, because my exam was scheduled in July 21. So I took some online courses from one of the academies which are located back in Manchester. There are plenty of them. I'm again not going to endorse any of the academies here. So I took an online course and then whatever information I gathered from that online course, I just kept studying from the study material which was provided by the course providers. So I kept studying that. Uh, Another very important thing to do is to find online discussion partners for PLAB 2. So
Okay.
I kind of joined various groups on Facebook and other social media, and found 3 partners with whom I could practice. So I made it sure that after my work, whenever it's suitable for, because all of us were in different time zones, so whatever the suitable time was, so we discussed at least 3 to 4 scenarios every day. Once you come to UK, then it was like those 3 to 4 scenarios a day changed to 30 to 40 scenarios a day,
Okay.
right? So that's how I prepared, and yeah, in the end, it was all good. So yeah.
So boss, one more thing. Like,
Yeah.
we've got many colleagues overseas who've got family issues. Like, we've got so many female colleagues who've got kids and all, and they get very very skeptical when it comes to, like, you have to leave your family and come to do the coaching. So my question is taking a PLAB 2 class or the coaching, is it mandatory? What do you think?
Not at all. See, the thing is that the course I took was purely an online course, and because of COVID, I couldn't come here to take the in-person course. So I practically did not take any in-person course. I just, though, uh, going to the academy and to practice the mannequins in different stations, that was a part and parcel of the online course I purchased. So I did go to the academy for like 5 or 6 days. That was only to practice the mannequins.
Okay.
Plus I found some good study partners there with whom I could discuss scenarios, and yeah, so practicing is the key for PLAB 2.
That's what we want to emphasize here, guys. Like, the old paradoxical regime sort of thing, that you have to come to the UK beforehand, you have to get to the coaching. If you don't do coaching, you're not going to pass PLAB 2. Like, the myths surrounding PLAB 2, that's what I'm trying to break the chain here. So exams are hard, they're meant to be hard.
course,
Like, even the driving exam per se in the UK, I failed twice, man. Like,
Yeah.
I've been driving for years, but
Yeah.
but that's what the UK exams are, very very tick box sort of exams. So if you go method like in the proper method, if you go through the A, B, C, D, E, yes, you would pass. So guys, as Sam said, coaching is desirable but not essential.
Exactly.
That what I would put. All right, so great. You did your PLAB 2. How did it go ahead then? How was that? So there's another myth surrounding, guys, that there's no job in the UK. So many of us would be randomly seeing, like, even like PLAB doctors are struggling. So what's your mandate on that? What do you think?
I don't agree with your statement. There are plenty of jobs in the UK. You just have to act smart, and you have to. There are certain things in the CV which have to be in a particular order, so that your CV just shines over others, right? So you can get plenty of suggestions regarding that on various
Yeah,
online.
even I've made a video. You can have a
Yeah.
look, guys. Here.
Right, so yeah, if you've got a good CV, you've got plenty of experience, right? Even if you don't have experience, it's just that, again, you apply through track jobs for various jobs, right? So you have to be smart while applying for the jobs, because you have to mold your CV in such a way, after reading what that particular job wants, right? So you mold your CV in such a way that when the other person sitting at the other end reads your CV, he thinks that you are meant for this job, right? This is only to grab their attention, because anyways, whether you get the job or not, that would be decided on the basis of your interview.
Sure.
So these are few things to get an interview. Regarding how to perform in the interview is altogether a different story. Yeah?
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
So guys, the reason for this question, to emphasize the importance, when you back at your home, when you're sitting at your home, get evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. For instance, if you're good at teaching, get teaching experience. If you're good at publications, get publications. If you're good in attending, if you don't think that you're smart enough that you can do publication or teaching, go and attend those teachings.
Yeah.
Go and attend those seminars and conferences. If you've got proof, yes, things are good. If you've done 1,000 things, you don't have a proof, I'm sorry,
Absolutely.
You've not done that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how UK system works. Okay. So what about the cultural shock that people, I won't agree to this term per se, but if every international medical graduate comes, everyone would say, oh, there's a cultural shock. How was your cultural shock like?
It's not a shock. It's if we simplify the phrase, then it's cultural difference.
Yes.
So culture back home is absolutely different from the culture here. And if you've chosen United Kingdom as the place you want to live in, then you have to mold yourself according to their culture instead of criticizing their culture or anything.
True. True.
Right. So when in Rome, do as the Romans do. As simple as that. Right. So yeah, if you weigh the benefits and the risks, yeah. So if you think that the benefits outweigh the risks, then yeah, it's in the end it's all worth it.
So guys, we are not going to discuss if the Royal College exams are better, if PLAB's better.
Absolutely.
The whole sole reason of making this video is PLAB is doable.
Yeah.
It is doable at any age group.
Absolutely.
And it is doable if you've got family commitments.
Yeah.
Because the reason I'm telling you is this gentleman standing next to me has done all of those. And if he has done this with the hard work and the persuasion, I think you guys can do it as well.
Absolutely.
So my whole point is, if you want to come to the UK, as I said, you've got three options. Get sponsored, which is, very, very rigid, sort of, very, very specific people can get through it. Second, do PLAB. PLAB 1, PLAB 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
PLAB 2, you have to come to the UK. Face the hardships, but doable. Third, if you want to come here after doing your Royal College exams, do it. It's doable.
Yeah.
So that's what we wanted to emphasize here, that age is not a bloody number.
It's absolutely age no bar kind of an exam. So yeah. And if you are determined that you want to come to the UK and spend the rest of your life here, or in fact if you just want to come here to get trained, then just go for it.
And there's one more thing I would like to add, guys. Like, don't become rigid with the type of work that you're getting. For instance, like if you finished your PLAB, you've done ample work back at home, like me and Sam, we both did. Initially, when you come, you would be put on the SHO rota, which is the junior rota, which is good for you. Don't take it on your ego that, I've worked as a consultant back at home and these guys are putting me as a, senior house officer, like what's happening. Don't take it that way. SHO is the best place to learn.
Absolutely.
If you stay a SHO, get paid as a reg, be happy about it.
A very simple explanation for what Aman just said is that if you're working as a consultant or a senior doctor back home, and when you come to the UK and you're put on an SHO rota, right? It's not because they're doubting your knowledge. It's because you're not aware with the system, with the protocols, right? Because once you start working as a reg or a consultant here, which without the fellowship exams you won't be able to, without the CCT, right? So if you start working as a reg here in this country and you're not aware of the protocols and the basic things, how the system works, it will be very difficult for you. So those days you're spending in the SHO rota are basically to season you, right? So that you get well aware with the system.
Because winter is coming.
Yeah.
So guys, if you've got grey hairs, you've got brown hairs, you've got golden hairs, any sort of hairs, don't make it, your weakness. Rather, whatever you've learned back at home, make it in a nutshell, better presentable, and that will definitely help you out when you come to the UK.
Yeah.
So if you've got any further queries, drop it in the comment below. If you want to have a detailed discussion, email me at the given address, and yes, we'll try to get back to you. And yes, meanwhile, make sure you're working hard wherever you are, and don't let anything slow you down. Not the age, of course, as we wanted to discuss.
And keep collecting evidences of whatever you are doing.
Proof of everything that you do. Till then, guys, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, and we'll see you in the next sort of video, which would be even better than this, I would say. Nah, I'm just joking. All right, guys, take care. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.